Okay, I'm just gonna go through a couple of things because I always forget. So I will be going to Kelowna, if you know anybody in Kelowna, and I will be doing a lecture there on Thursday, the 25th. Okay, the meet and greet will start at 6, and then at 7 o'clock, those people who don't want to do the meet and greet will come, and then the lecture will be on, and then it'll go until it ends. And then Oliver, does everybody know Oliver? It's near the border. I'll be doing a day with the doc there, and it'll be with Trish. And Trish just built a brand new office, so we're going to be doing that at our office, okay? And then I'll be in Toronto. Well, that's Saturday, April 27th. I'll be doing a day with the doc with Trish. And then I'm doing a day with the doc in Toronto, May the 4th, okay? At the Monte Carlo Casino. Out by the airport on the highway. And then I'm back in the United States to do a whole life coach on June the 5th in Stuart, Florida. And then we're going to be doing a Wolf non-surgical on June the 15th. And then the pelvic course is on June the 26th. Okay, and the pelvic course is 3 days. The Wolf non-surgical is 12 days. And my course is 9 days. I know you don't believe this, but if you take the whole life coach as a nutritional, emotional, physical course, it'll change your life forever. You will have to go home and keep your mouth shut. I'm just telling you right now, it's the truth. You will funnel all your energy into you. You will not tell anybody how to be or how, and you'll definitely, when you come to the course, you're not going to call home and go, I've just had breakthroughs, because you'll scare them. I'm being serious. These are the rules. Okay, and when you do come to take the course, those people who really didn't want you to leave, they're not going to be able to find the can opener. They're going to cut their finger. Okay? They're going to have all kinds of trauma. You'll know the day that you have unconditional love for yourself, because you will not be looking at everybody else like a nipple and sucking them dry. And trust me when I tell you this, we all were there. And most of us are going to stay there for the rest of our life. If you don't really resonate with my course or with me, then find someone who's going to hold the line and be able to love you anyway while you're having your tantrum until you can crack the coconut from the inside out. That's the truth. There's no psychologist, psychiatrist going to help you. They're going to help to turn the burner down a little bit. That's it. You need strategies that you become the hero you've been looking for on all levels. So whether that's coming to us or finding someone else, right?
Absolutely.
We honestly don't care. Don't worry. We're busy. There's no other natural therapist to give a money-back guarantee on all their work. You have to understand that. I could be doing consults all day long for $400 an hour. I pick the people I do consults on. The ones that I know that when I do the consult, they're actually going to use the information. I won't do a consult on someone or non-surgical on someone because someone else referred them or someone else is trying to talk them to come to me. I won't do that. I just won't do it. You know, just have another person go, oh, well, it didn't work for me. Well, of course it didn't. You weren't ready. You're not ready. You know, and this is why I'm going to tell you something right now. You try to wake up somebody. Go ahead. Try to wake up somebody you love. Try to go ahead. Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Okay? Oh my God. You know, here we have these little baby chicks in the egg, right? And we're so impatient. We're going to crack the egg so we can get them out of there. We just killed them. That's what you're doing. You're killing any chance of the person to believe in what you believe in that helped to change your life. Leave them alone, you terrorist, you. And you're all terrorists anyways. You're all terrorists with your family. You don't do this, don't do that. If you did this, you'd have this. And if you did that, you'd have that. And then they're looking at you and going, wow, really? Why don't you take your own information? Never say a word to any family, any friends. Every time you get an aha moment, you hold that in here. As soon as you share it, you diluted it, you poisoned it, it's gone. I am giving you a gift right now. Don't tell me that you're a nice person. I just want to be nice. We don't like nice people. Okay, do you like nice people? Oh my God, she died so early. She was so nice. That's why she died. Because she was everyone else, doing everyone else, Jesus. And I mean Jesus, help her. I just want to be nice, really. That gives me rotten teeth. It's too sweet. Why don't you just be loving to yourself? Why don't you bring the vibration of the world up? I hope you know that all you nice people that run around to try to get fulfilled by catering to everyone because I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy. How does it feel? Exhausting. There's not a woman in here, okay, that didn't get to the point with her kids and her husband that I feel like I'm being used. No, you said use me and abuse me. You get treated like you treat yourself. You get treated like you treat yourself. You get treated like you treat yourself. I don't like my relationships. Mama. Look how many excuses you make. It's a good thing this was free, eh? Nothing's free. I will torture the living crap out of you before you leave here. Okay. Let's get back to it. So then I'm going to be in Coffs Harbour. That's Australia. I'm doing a 6-week tour there. Hey, you know what happens when you fly around the world? People love you there. You know what happens in your own country? They attack you. Welcome to the real world. So we'll be doing a whole life coach there, Wolf Non-Surgical and Pelvic Restoration. Then in Ixtapa, Florida.
No, Mexico.
Ixtapa, Mexico, that's where I live. So in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, that's where I live. We have a DOD 5-star retreat. It's the most beautiful thing. You'll see all the pictures and the videos online on Braveheart Nation in about a week or 2 weeks. We took video of it and we took pictures. Wait till you see. So this house that we have is a retreat. We can teach up to 50 people there in a course. It's all a big up on the roof. It's it's covered. It's absolutely beautiful. It's right in the jungle. Okay, on the edge of a golf course. Takes 5 minutes to get to downtown Ixtapa. Takes 5 minutes to get to the beach. There's so much around. It's absolutely gorgeous there. That house, if it went on Airbnb, would rent for like about $1,200 a day. When people come to stay in it, it's a 3-bedroom. We charge $295 a day. And in it, you get all the energy medicine. We have everything. Everything from Sonic Cardio Med Bed. We have the most powerful infrared. We have PMF. We have Avicens. We have Bioptrons. We have vibration plates. We have everything in there that people can use. We have a pool that is a saltwater pool, but I got a structure unit on it this big. When you pick up the water, I did a video on it. When you pick up the water, it flows like silk. It just falls like silk. And that's what you call really healing. Okay? So we do what's called personal treatment and trainings. And Sage is doing one right now on a doctor, and then he's got a couple coming from United States, and then he's got a whole family coming from Europe. Okay? So people come from all over. And why do they come? They learn how to do the non-surgical. They learn how to do the perfect day. They learn how to love themselves and stop hassling each other. You've all been programmed to fight with yourself and your family, and then tell me that's not true. I will never ask somebody if they poop well because you don't know what good pooping is. If you get the Perfect Day Guide, download it. It's free, pdgfree.com. You'll know what good pooping is. and you're not doing it. We've all been set up to not do good pooping because that's the root of all illness on a physical level, okay? And then I never ask people, do you come from a loving family, because you don't know what love is. And I'm not trying to be ignorant here. This is not me being ignorant. I've been doing this for 40 years. If anybody still thinks I'm doing it for the money or for the praise or for followers, you guys are crazy. You're like crazy. That would be so superficial. Seriously, at this point in the game, so superficial. Anyways, I'll be doing Extrapa Whole Life Coach on October the 9th, Wolf Non-Surgical on the 19th, and the pelvic course. People say to me, why don't you have more courses like you did 2 and 3 and 4 years ago? Well, actually, dates all the way back. Well, the reality is that this is enough. I don't even know if I'll make it to Australia, because they're going to try to, well, first of all, we should be seeing any moment now that Iran will attack Israel. And the reality is it's all made up. It's all made up. And I just pray for everyone. I pray for everyone, and I love everyone. And this is all made up. And war's never going to end down here. It can only end for you. So just understand that. There's always been war, and there always will be. Oh, what do you want? Well, I just want world peace. Okay, please take it over there. All right? The reality is that you need to find alignment, and you have to understand something. All right? It's not going to change. And then some of you are waiting for a savior, and I really hope that happens. But until that happens, could you please take massive personal action and learn how to unconditionally love yourself and try to never hate another person? Because if you do that, you will heal. That's the deal. You don't get this, do you? They want you to hate them because you can't get near them and you can't touch them, but you'll kick the shit out of your kids. You'll kick the shit out of your wife, out of your husband, out of everybody around you because you're so frustrated about what's going on with the world. Please stop being ridiculous. You wait. Justin Trudeau, he'll go to jail. He's not going to jail. He's protected by an internal government that actually feeds an entity called you can call it the devil, call it hell, call it poison, call it whatever you want, and it's lived here and it's allowed to live here. Your job is to rise above it. Do you get this? And you can't strategize when you're losing your head. You can't strategize if you hate one person. Well, I hate myself. Well, there you go. It's over. That's it. I hate how I look. I hate that I can't find love. Well, no, you can't. Because, looking for love in all the wrong places. Look at all these scary faces. No, that's not the song. Okay. Yeah, it's all programming. It's all programming. I hope that you attain the level that I love you. I hope that you attain the level for loving you how I love you. Loving you sets me free. And I want to thank you. All right. So, what are we going to talk about? That was a good rant.
That was a great rant.
Okay. Well, it was good for me. It wasn't for them, though. But anyways, so here's the deal. We're going to talk about supplements. And I want to say this. Just know this. There's tons of supplements out there. And I will tell you that we have strived to have the best. And we do have the best. And I challenge anybody with any supplement in the world to try to challenge my stuff. Okay? I've been at it for 40 years. I won't carry it unless it is. And we have the best prices. You know why? Because I'm not trying to build something or see how high I can get my bank account. You'll see if you follow me. I mean, I try to do everything I can at cost, don't I? As much as I possibly can. Because guess what? Money cannot rule us. And it will rule you until you are the ruler of your heart. When you're the ruler of your heart, you will know your passion, you will know your purpose, and guess what? Everything will flow. I swear to God, it will. But you got to stop telling that story. You got to stop telling the story of love poverty, money poverty, health poverty. Please stop. Just stop. Or don't. But guess what? People are sick of hearing it. And the only people that really want to hear it are the people that want to just tell you their poverty story. And that's the truth. And I want everybody, when they come to see me for a consult or when they come to my courses, to tell me everything. Lay it out like a buffet. Because guess what? We need to take a look at the story. And then guess what we're going to do? We're going to show you how to rewrite that sucker and make it into a Braveheart hero story. Isn't that the way it should be? My God, it's all the way you view it. My God, every one of you, if I say, so, except for the people that live in a dream world, but everybody else is right. And if I said, so, how was your upbringing? It wasn't good. It was really bad. But the reality is this, how was your upbringing? It was a challenge. And guess what? I passed that challenge. You know, I know that my parents did the best they could for me. And now, guess what? I've learned from that. I'm going to get rid of some of their beliefs that they gave me, and I'm going to set them free. And I love them forever. My parents, my God, their beliefs were just unbelievable. My father was a born-again Christian pastor. My mother was a Roman Catholic. My God. Yeah. Okay? Trust me. I could tell you some stuff. And the reality is this. I never, ever, ever, I think I disliked them, but I didn't hate them. I disliked my life. Right? Because when you're young, you can't figure it out. You just can't figure it out. You know, you came in, they said you had unconditional love, and then it became conditional as soon as you started acting like them. Then you had the shit kicked out of you. But they didn't know they were kicking the shit out of themselves because I was just mimicking them, right? Just like you. And then we wanted to find love outside of our family. So we started looking for different families. And now we're still looking for love. Oh, we are. Well, maybe you're not. If your relationship is less than a year old. After about a year, you're looking for love again. It's the truth. Because once you find and fill up your own heart, you'll never look for love again. And that doesn't mean you'll leave the person you're with. It'll only get better and better and better. My partner, Lori, I love her to pieces. But I love myself completely, and I fill up my own heart. I demand nothing from her. And when she's not feeling good or something, I don't go, what did I do now? Or feel responsible. I just go, is there anything that I can do for you? And then I help to tweak her right back into joy and happiness. I know how to do it. This is what I do. Right? And then guess what? When I first met Lori, Lori said to me, and we'll get to the supplements, you need to know this. When we went out for quite a while, and she says, I want to move in. I said, you can't. Why? I want to. You don't love me? I said, no, you don't love you. If you move in here, I'm a powerful guy. I'll crush you. You move in when you love yourself more than me, and then let's go rock the world. And we did. And we are. There it is. Okay. And that's the best supplement you'll ever take. The smile on your face. The love for yourself. Because guess what? All your family wish that you would completely love yourself so you would leave them alone and stop sucking them dry. Okay? At night, they got to roll them up. Are you getting it yet? Yeah. Okay, do we need to hold hands to visualize that one? Okay, all right. I just want everybody to know this. I have what's coming, a Braveheart Nation app. It's called Braveheart Nation. This app is going to blow you away. This app was built for, I don't want to go into what's in there because this app, I did not call it that. The actual creators, this was created by all women. I could not let a man touch it. Absolutely not. Okay? There can be no testosterone in there. Okay? And there had to be caring, loving, and unconditional all the way. So I kind of, told them what I wanted, and they created it. And this app is built for men and women because that's the way it is. But I'm just saying that I had to have women just build the app. That's it. Okay? All right? It had to have lots of ovaries, no balls. Okay? So, anyways, so that app's going to come out on August the 8th. And you're going to want to get involved. This app was built for loving, caring human beings to rise. That's its only purpose. Okay? What else? So anyways, I'm starting, and I've got my own platform coming too, which it can house up to 120 shows. Okay? 120 shows, like I could do 120 shows a day. All right? And I'm going to be bringing people in all around the world that are the best at what they do. And that's teaching people how to love and care for themselves so they can do it for their families. So I've got Food Forest Abundance. They're coming on already. I've got Be Brave. Be Brave are the people that make these magnets and this honey. So those are the first two shows that we started with. And we're trying to work out the bugs before the app gets here, because once the app gets here and we start pitching it out, like I'm going to be pitching it to David Icke, I'm going to be pitching it to Judy Mikovits. I mean, I've sat down and had dinner with these people so many times. Like, I'm not trying to tell you that I'm somebody special, but the top people in the world, I can call them on the phone anytime. I've lectured with them. You know, Ty Bollinger and Charlene Bollinger, up until COVID, we'd all meet there. There would be 60 of us, and we would meet there in November all the time. So that hasn't come back yet, but some things never do come back. But the reality is, just know this. What's my purpose for living? To create the most awesome life ever. And to share that with every one of my brothers and sisters. And you can think that this is just some kind of sales pitch, but at the end of the day, I will always give you more than you give me. And you can always give others more than they give you when you walk the path of the heart. I swear to God. Okay? Anyways, just letting you know, this here, we are giving these to beekeepers all over the world. We'll rock this in a minute. I'll get through these products quickly, won't we, once we get started? Mm-hmm. But these go free to beekeepers all over the world. If you put this magnet in, okay, all right, to a beehive, guess what? It can be right up against a 5G tower. Did you know they're all dead every season if they're near a 5G tower? You put this in called a pure wave, and what happens? The colony doubles. At the end of the season, you've got a double colony. That's how many. And the honey in here is the highest vibrational healing honey in the world. Okay? I'm going to open up a bottle. Can you see if you can get something that people can use to, I don't know what they could do. What, you know, toothpicks? I don't know. What? Twisters? Crackers? Yeah. Let's all get some GMO gluten. Then I'm just going to hear grumpiness. Are you crackers? I wasn't. I was just trying to have some fun. You see, everybody's on the defensive, right? So we don't want people to come to a course that are going to stay on the defensive, because they're going to ruin the course. When you come to a course, I'm coming with unconditional love. You paid me money to challenge you. So stay home. And stay where you are then. And you think, this is a training course here, guys. You didn't pay for it. You can leave any time. I'm not being nasty. I'm trying to tell you something. I did not attack her. And who said that? Was it you? I knew it would be you. 1 second. No, I knew it would be you out of the whole crowd, right? The protector, the person who's so external. Do not attack my friend. Stop. When I come here to teach, I come from my heart full. Anytime when I'm talking about a really deep topic, I am going to add humor to it. Is that okay? Is it okay if she doesn't protect the rest of the crew here? Because she will. And if she doesn't say anything, she's going to sit there and go, leave them alone, because she gets hurt so often. Thank you. I hope you know I'm one of the best at this. The best at what I do. And the reality is I can pick up on a person's personality in how long? How long does it take? And everybody in my class, when they leave, we open up the menu of their personality, and we lovingly go in there and go, do you want to stop ordering that?
Okay. What do you want to order?
What do you want to order? Remember something. Do not come into my arena and try to defend or protect. Allow. Just allow. No, this is not about a correction. This is about you. This is about you. It'd be great if you don't get disturbed. You need to stop now because this is totally dysfunctional and I don't want it to spread. You need to understand something. Now there'll be people in here going, he's really hard on her. Really? No. What we should do is stroke everyone that has victimitis. So that's the only virus that's on the planet. And I want to thank you for spreading it like manure. Stop being a victim. If you feel that I'm attacking and I'm not a nice person, then go. Wouldn't you leave? I exaggerate everything, don't I?
Everything.
I dramatize the training because I need you to get it now, not next week. Time is running out. And I'm only meant for 1 out of 10,000 people. And that's all I want coming to me. The rest I would be terrorizing. Like I just terrorized her that needed to protect her friend. And then her friend crosses her arms because that's her friend. And she goes, yeah, but I usually cross my arms. And no, I don't know where to put them, but it's not true. But you can go ahead and say that. I'm going to tell you something. People will defend whatever they need to. And every time I do a lecture, there's always going to be somebody that feels he needs to stop attacking people. Really? Then go to where somebody tells you everything that fits your wheelhouse. My name is Daryl Wolf, and that's all it is. But I am going to stand up for all the brave hearts in this world. And guess what? They are going to love, honor, and respect themselves. Whether they're with their family or their friends. No victims allowed. Guess what? When you're a victim, how easy is it to be attacked? I don't know. I didn't attack you. I attacked her. Or wait a minute, I didn't attack her. We're talking about crackers. That's it. Okay, let's go. I stayed on this point for a reason, right? Do you guys get this? Understand something. When you start changing, you're going to upset people. There goes the arms again. When you start changing, you will upset your family. You will upset your friends. Just say this. Guess what? I'm trying to learn how to love myself, but know that I love you with all my heart. Can you allow me to learn how to love myself? Will that be okay? Because guess what? The first thing that happens is jealousy, isn't it? Why are you pulling away from me? You used me as a nipple all your life. I didn't wean you. Just know this, I'm right. I take people that are right on the edge of suicide. Like I said, I'm here for the people that want to change. I'm not here for the other 99% that don't. And guess what? For me to be here for the 99% of the people that don't want to change, I'm the terrorist, aren't I? Right? I need to make sure that people are coming to me, understand what I am. So guess what? I'm live right now. I don't want anybody coming to my courses that don't want unconditional love for themselves and unlimited abundance in their life. If you're scared of that, you don't want to come to my course. And if that means nobody comes to my course, I'm still on course. You need to get that. I apologize that you've all been programmed, but I was programmed too. Okay. Anyways, if we find something. Well, what has she got? Oh, a stick. Okay, well here, stick it. Stick it in there.
No double dipping.
Don't what?
No double dipping.
Whoever found the sticks, thank you very much. Anyways, try that, honey, and just move it around in your mouth and feel the electricity coming off of it. So let me get to this. I got to move on if we're going to get through this, everybody. And, well, Daryl, you're the one that's yakking. Okay, I got it. Okay. Did you notice I corrected myself? make sure you correct yourself and correct yourself out loud. I do it all the time, even in my course. Because I'm in training. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, if you were to, I don't have the piece, I don't know why we didn't send it, but if I were to put this up, go take a look go into my website at Doc of Detox Library, okay, and go and watch the Be Brave shows and you'll understand. This here, if you put your food on this, a plate of food or anything else, it will decontaminate it in 8 minutes by 98%. Anything from fungus to bacteria, chemicals, it does. We have the science right on the website. If you put this in the fridge, your fruits and vegetables will last about anywhere from 8 to 10 days longer. Okay? You can put this and sleep on it and it'll help with tinnitus under your pillow. You can put this on any body part and you'll feel the pain come down. Okay? Animals love it. There's so many uses for this thing. Okay?
Grounding? Will that ground you or does that not?
Okay, just remember something. When you come into alignment, you are grounded. So yes, it will align you. Okay? But grounding's grounding. And that's why I, like here, I wear socks. I got 2 pairs on. And, but the reality is if you come to Mexico to where I live and come to a course or come to the DOD 5-star for personal treatment and training, you're going to go, you know, I've had people come in and go, actually say, I had this one guy come in and say to his wife, right, because I went to the bathroom, was coming back in, he goes, you had us come all the way down here to this monkey doctor? I don't wear socks or shoes, no matter where I go. And, you know, it's not a big area where I live, where if I go out to a restaurant, I go to the supermarket, everybody knows me. I don't wear shoes, and I'm telling you, I love it. It's so difficult to wear shoes and pants. I put on a pair of pants before I was leaving to say, okay, let's see if these, you know, am I going to take these or not? I put the pants on. I took them off right away. I haven't worn pants in months. All right? Just shorts. So even when you see me on my shows, I've got a pair of, like, you know, they're nice kind of shorts, but when I'm not dealing with clients or patients, I wear nice dress shorts. But when I don't, I always wear a pair of dress shorts that are a bathing suit, because I never know if I'm going to the supermarket, if I want to go to the beach. Go, well, I've got 20 minutes. I'm going to go and just go for a swim and then I'll head back. That's my life. Anyways, so the magnet thing, it really does work, okay? And check out the information. And what we did for this, while I'm on tour, it's the strongest magnet you'll ever use. They're the highest quality magnets you'll ever use. I don't have all the stats, but it's
20 gauss.
It's all in there. And guess what? After about 10 years, it'll lose about 1% of its strength. That's it. All right? And then, yeah, so the magnets are 30% off, and we've never done that before. And if you buy 2, it's 35% off if you buy 2. Not that you're going to, but that's the sale I have right now while I'm traveling and doing the tour. And the honey is 30% off, and we've never went that high with the honey because the honey's not expensive for what we're charging. And how do you like the honey? Yeah. The magnets are $5.99 US. The honey is 24.
Well, on the sale, they're $4.79, I think.
Yeah.
Are the magnets.
Okay. Anyways, that's it for that. That's my sales pitch. Okay. And you can go online if you want later, but if you want, they're here. Okay. Let's get this party started. Okay. All right. First, I want to talk to people about what products you're using already. Make sure you slide right over, love. Okay. What products you're using if you've got questions. Or let's talk about that, because then we can talk about the products, and then the ones that nobody asks questions on, we'll just lightly go through those. Because the ones that because you matter, right? This is for you. It's not for me. So does anybody have any questions? Yes.
Magnesium.
What about it? Why do you take it?
Different kinds.
Why do you take it?
Well, I'm not taking it anymore, but because naturopath told me to.
Okay, and I'll tell you something. The most efficient mineral in human beings today is magnesium. Okay, so the reality is that it's because you're all in contraction. And guess what? The whole thing's rigged. So guess what most people do? Okay, remember how yoga was long, you would hold a move? When I do my stretching at home, I hold a move for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Now when you go to yoga, they'll do 40 moves in an hour. And understand, that's everything is gone crazy. It's all chaos. All we live is in a contraction society. That's why you have no magnesium. You're contracting all the time emotionally, contracting all the time physically. Do I have my thing on there?
Yeah.
All right.
It was falling down. Oh no, it's there.
Test. I don't know if it's on.
Maybe it's muted.
Yeah, I muted it because I had a waterfall. Is it on? Test.
Good thing.
Test. There we go. All right. Anyways, where was I? Okay, so magnesium. So there was a chiropractor who got together with a lab and they tested 50 magnesiums. 50. So what they did was they tested it for absorption. How many people have used Calm? Well, Calm is a laxative. It does not absorb properly in the body. It's the cheapest one. Just know this: 70% of all the supplements in a health food store are, and I'm not putting them down. You want facts or no? 70% of all supplements in the health food store cost less than the cap in the bottle. Okay, now, so the magnesium. So what they did, they tested, and I have one called Mag Infusion. If you want the highest absorption in the world, you take a scoop, you put it under your tongue, and you hold it under your tongue and it tastes metallic and it heats up. That's the highest absorption in the world. If you take it and put it in your blender drinks or anywhere else, it doesn't matter. Once it goes in the body, it heats up. It's just not going to be as powerful under the tongue. If you have trouble sleeping, you would do like half an hour before, 1 scoop, and then just before you go to bed, you do 1 more scoop, and you'll feel it. Okay, all right? And magnesium,
So does it have all the different magnesiums in there?
no,
or-
just one.
Dimagnesium malate.
Yes, that's the one. And that is the highest absorption of any magnesium. You'll see. And the price that we sell it for and how long it lasts. You don't need a lot. Remember, you don't need a lot if it actually works.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something. Oh, take 5 scoops and... Right? And the reality is, this actually absorbs, it doesn't go past the stomach. It is not a laxative. I guarantee you, 95% of all the magnesiums out there have a laxative effect. That's not what you're doing it for. If you have any laxative effect, then why don't you go take a laxative then? Okay. Next, anything? Yes.
Structured water? Do you have a filter there?
Yeah, structured water. Okay.
But it's not a filter.
Yeah. Okay, so let me explain it. Now, first of all, I'm going to say this, and then you're going to think we're scamming you. Everybody does. When I first heard about structured water, did you know I researched it for 1.5 years before I brought it, and we developed this. There's no way I was going to do this. There's no way. Because it's crazy.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. You can run any water through this, okay? But let's not make it brown. But I can take any water, and whether you believe it or not, I travel all over the world. You'll never see me buy bottled water. Why? Why would I spend money on poison? I mean, you can brainwash anyone, okay? And then a lot of you go to the health food store, or you'll go to the store, and you won't just buy poison. You'll buy water that's 8.5 or 9.5 pH and destroy your stomach. Whether you guys believe this or not, anybody that drinks alkaline water is in big trouble. And understand this. So somebody's going to say, oh, but I got a Kangen unit and I feel great with it. Well, if you didn't notice, it's not working like it used to. Okay, so I'm going to just say that. All right? And this is fact. So you don't want to drink alkaline water. You can drink acidic water. You got to understand something. You're not getting your alkalinity from water. You get your alkalinity from water that hydrates. That's what you get it from. And water that hydrates has no surface tension. So I can pour water through this and it will reduce the surface tension. Do you know how much? 1,000%. And guess what? Now let's explain what it does. Believe it or not, okay, so let me just say this. Water running down a mountain is structured water. Rainwater is structured water. Fast-moving rivers are structured water. Waterfalls is structured water. You can actually drink it. You might taste something off. There might even be some bacteria in it. There could be even something in it. You know, there could be chlorine in it or fluoride in it, but it can't hurt you. That's not true. Yes, it is. So we know that before little Billy started spraying the skies, okay? Okay, all right, yeah, little Billy, okay, all right, because if I say anything else, I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm not gonna call him Big Billy, because I think his thing is about that big. Okay, no, it's about that long, right, okay. So anyways, so we knew before little Billy came along that we had acid rain. Now, the acid rain's not great. It can actually even corrode paint off a car. We know that. But now little Billy's spraying, okay, can't help himself. He's got to spray everywhere because it's his territory. And so anyway, so now we got the acid rain, we got the chemtrail, and now they put them together and they come down. But why is it the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees, and the microorganisms are growing the same as they've been growing 500 years ago? Because guess what? That which you call God, creator, everything in the atmosphere, in the ozone layer gets structured before it comes down. So it could have a bad bacteria and it could have, you call it a virus, but viruses are just chemicals, guys. I'm sorry. I know. Sorry that you had to go and pump all that bacterial soap to get rid of the virus that doesn't exist. But what the heck, eh? At least you have clean hands, okay? But anyways, so now, where was I? Brain fart.
The structured coming from the sky.
Yeah, so anyways, it's all structured. And guess what? Why don't we use our heads? This is why it's illegal to collect rainwater in some states. Well, does anybody even question? Oh my God, don't collect any rainwater. Why? Because they told us so.
When it's structured, it wipes the frequency.
Yeah, you know what? If you get structured rainwater, it doesn't matter what's in it, you can drink it. And all rainwater's structured. That's the only reason. Okay, anyways. God, you know, the insanity. You know, this is why I have to hide out in Mexico. Okay.
I lived on an acreage that had really hard water where the calcium built up on all the taps, and I got a structured shower unit, and I put it in the bathroom after I cleaned the shower head. And it was on there for a year and a half, almost 2 years before I moved from there, and I never had to clean the shower head because it never got any mineral buildup. But all the other taps in the house did.
If you
where
put
the water would spray all directions, and your skin was so soft. So there's no water softener. The only thing that was different was the structured water shower head. And then I actually also observed the dog's water dish because I started structuring all their water, and the film, the ring around the dish was non-existent when it was structured versus before when I moved into the place like 6 months earlier before obtaining these. There was it was bad. I'll just put it that way. So the only thing different was the structured water unit. So it definitely changes the integrity of the water.
So, like I said, you know, at the pool that we have at the DOD 5-star retreat, okay? And if ever you want to take a look at really go on a real healing holiday, go to DOD5star.com. I'm going to tell you something. You will never go anywhere and be treated like royalty like this. All your juices are organic. All your fruits and vegetables are organic. We'll go to the store and get it to the market, or you can go get it for yourself, which is a real treat, okay? All right? And I'm going to tell you, when you go to swim in this pool, so when people swim in our pool, because it's a structure unit that's this big, and the pool's not large, but it's big enough for everybody to swim in. The pool that I have at the house that I'm redoing right now, this house was closed down for, I'm not talking about DOD 5-star, I'm talking about, that's my home. I'm living there forever. I've never felt so free in my life. I just love my life. You know, people go, oh my God, I wish I could live here. Well, I don't do that stuff. I don't do wishing. I go for everything that I want. Yeah, you limit yourself only because of the beliefs that you don't know that are running your life. That's it. This structured water unit with the saltwater pool, we'll get people that have like eczema, psoriasis on their body, and they've had it for 10 and 20 years. I get them to do a lot of stuff, okay? Like even, well, I'm not going to tell you the other things I do, but because some of you won't be able to handle it.
It's true.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to handle it. But the reality is that we can get people that have had eczema, psoriasis. And eczema is just the little brother of psoriasis. It's the same thing. The scab's just thicker. There's no difference in anything, guys. They just fooled you. Oh, there's just so many diseases. We can't even figure it out. So we're trying to figure it out for you because you're just too stupid. Okay, thanks. So they'll come and whether you believe this or not, within 10 days, there's nothing on their body. We do other things as well. But that pool. And then also, we get them to go to, of course, the ocean as much as possible. It's only 5 minutes away. Yeah. And just so you know this, it's all just so crazy, eh? That Canada is so safe and Mexico is so dangerous. I've been there for 2.5 years, and we've had, whether you believe this or not, we had almost 9,000 people come in 2.5 years for treatment and training. And not even anybody had their wallet stolen. How'd you feel down there? Where I live.
Safe. It was great.
This is the gem of Mexico, and the people are just so beautiful. I just feel so blessed. You have no idea. I love you guys, but I will never come back here. I will come back here to lecture. I'm coming back in April. In April, I'm doing a course, a full course in Kelowna. I will do only one course a year, and it'll always be in Kelowna because I have an office there. We actually have a clinic. My daughter runs it. Okay, and then I have a fulfillment center there. But I will be coming back here in April to lecture again. Okay, so warn everyone and make sure that you tell them so that they don't come here and get terrorized by me. Okay? All right. What? I don't know. What month is this?
It's April, so
Yeah, 1 year. Yeah. Once a year is enough of me, I tell you. You'll see. Just give yourself a few more minutes. Understand something. I provide enough for you. I have the biggest masterclass library free in the world. Do you get this? If you went on and did my Braveheart online emotional course and you did it 3 times, you'd be rocking yourself. You know, if you went on there and just looked at the truth about cancer, which is the emotional chemistry of cancer, disease, and healing. If you went on there and just watched the masterclass, these are all masterclasses. They're beautifully done. Tons of money and they're free. How to become #1 at the art of number 2. It'll change your life. The Holy Grail, your large intestine. I am woman. Okay, all right. I could keep going. There's a lot.
Reverse the irreversible.
Reverse the irreversible. Everybody should watch that, and you'll see how the whole thing is a scam. And understand something. If there's any medical doctor or surgeon on here, I will be in Kelowna. If you want to come to my Kelowna lecture and debate me, 98% of all surgery is fraudulent. Never had to get done. 98%. I said 98%. I said 98%. All right? There's people in here that are already going to be booked for surgery. Now, if they actually spent the money and the time, and we offer a money-back guarantee on the first treatment that we do, and when we do the non-surgical, I'll show a couple here today of treatments. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Some of you have to have surgery because you believe that you have to cut out the evil out of you, okay? And you actually have to suffer. And you don't have the love in your life, so you have to trauma everything. And that's the truth. And I love you. All right, so the structure unit, when the water goes through, calm down, Daryl.
How long does that last?
What, me calming down? Not long. What? Take a pill, have a thrill? I got my IGF here, but that'll just rev me up. Okay, I take that just before I head home to Lori. Okay, all right, so anyways, so the structure water unit, oh, how long does what last?
Like, how long is that?
Does the structure
I don't know. How long do you think that'll break down?
I don't know. You know how
100 years? 200 years?
Okay.
You don't do anything to it.
Okay.
All you do is put it in the dishwasher on the second level and allow it to clean, or you put it into white vinegar and you let it soak once a week. That's it. That's it. It never breaks down. Remember something, guess what? I want to do things that people are actually getting their money's worth. Do I need you hooked up to me forever?
I was gonna say, just don't drop it from high places and you're good.
Yeah, okay.
Well, no, I did it, and it rattles, but it works.
Yes.
I rattle, but I work. That's only because I have a screw loose. Yes.
Portable unit, let's see what's in the mountains, and say we give beaver fever. You can use that.
Beaver fever. Beaver fever. It'll look after beaver fever. It'll look, I already told you, it'll look after it all. Everything.
And you pour other drinks through it, you just pour your water through it, right?
Yeah, you pour everything through it. Yeah, you do. I just love that, beaver fever. You know, I feel like it should be a song or a dance. Okay, who can do the beaver fever?
They tell us that because they don't want us to drink that water.
Yeah. Yes.
Somebody that told me, like, I've been using that structured unit, but somebody told me that they filter it afterwards because the water's hard at the top. So I wanted to ask you to.
Okay, first of all, I'm not really sure what you're saying. Because understand something, feel comfortable about filtering. So, you know, in the DOD 5-star, I've got people coming from all over the world, and they're coming because they have gone everywhere to get well. So we have a coconut filter, not charcoal, but coconut charcoal filter, and we have that under the sink. Okay, and so they have the coconut filter and they have that. But what's your question? You're talking about hard water?
Somebody, like,
This softens water. So if I had hard water, I'd put a house unit on my house and it would soften the water. But didn't you hear what she said? It decalcifies your pipes. It gets rid of the iron in your pipes. It gets rid of all the buildup in your pipes. Because it lowers the surface tension by 1,000%. Go again.
So you don't really need to.
I'm just going by somebody that's been using it for a while and told me that.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what people will tell you.
I'm
No, but understand something. People don't hear right, or they don't, or you know what they think. Now, let's say you had the hardest water in the world. Like it was hard. You put a structure water unit on, and then there's a company called Water King. Water softening devices. It's only this big, and you wrap the wire around the pipe. Between the structure water and that, you don't need a water softener where you're getting all that sodium or all that potassium. You don't need that. Guys, if you ever get stumped, if you call me, I'll just go diddle 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 dee, and it won't be about me trying to make money on you. Okay? I won't. I'll send you where you need to go and just go get it. You know, just remember something. All of the things that you're offered are to use you. Okay. And understand something. The person that told you is just a person. You know? I heard that if you do this, you'll die. Oh, really? Understand something. It's all about fear. And people spread fear faster than they do spread courage because there's not many courageous people left. Thank you. That's what people spread fear.
After that,
You can filter before or after. I put the filter on before it went through here. But that's just a choice you want to make. So that filter goes before. And you can call me crazy, but I'm all around the world. It's directly to the tap. I don't go buy bottled water. How insane is that? You buy water in a plastic bottle, which is made out of petroleum, and guess what? Did you know that they're allowed to put chemicals in that aren't on the label? Remember something, who runs this world? You know, let's make this perfectly clear. The Rockefellers, okay, they were the ones who actually started the American Cancer Association to help to, remember something, the more you talk about it, the more you have it. If you believe in cancer, good, there you go, you're gonna get it. I don't believe in cancer. I do believe in inflammation because that's all it is. But the reality is I can control inflammation by how I react and don't attack and what I put in here. But if you've got 4-inch consciousness, good luck, you're on your way out anyway. Oh my God, will it fit? Oh, I'll make it fit. Honey, we're going over to your mother's. Oh yeah, I don't like her food. Just eat it. Okay. I'm not going to eat it. Get her to eat it. It's done. Don't ask me to come to your house and lower my vibration. I'm not doing it. Because guess what? I get to leave there. I got my tummy. It's all upset. Okay. And then I got to smell what comes out the next morning. And then I got to wipe for like 5 minutes. No, I'm not doing it. I haven't got the time. Do you understand? What will you do for love? Wipe for 5 minutes. Yes.
When you're traveling, is that the smallest that?
Yeah, that's it.
So you put that on the tap, say in your hotel? Put that on the tap?
No. I just run the water through it.
Run the water
And then the water comes through it like this. And let's say that you go and you get really stressed out. There's a little plastic tube that you can get with this. Or if you want, if it's just yours, you can put it in your nose and breathe. Because it's structured air, it'll calm you down faster. And if you really want to calm down, never breathe. If you're stressed out, never breathe through your mouth. Because when you breathe through your nose, it twirls it and structures your air. That's why you calm down faster. Don't breathe through your mouth. But did you ever notice that when you're in fear, what do you breathe through? Right? Okay. All right? And seeing that you all have a toothless tiger that's ready to kill you like 24/7. Okay, where are we?
More questions?
Yeah. Any more questions? IGF? IGF's amazing. Just know this, you stop making up. Okay, so here we go.
Insulin growth factor.
No, you're not allowed to tell her. Okay, you did now. Okay,
One.
so what happens is that, do you ever notice something? When you're younger, remember when you were a teenager, you could go out and party and then drink too much and actually destroy brain cells, but you were ready to go the next night? I remember that, don't you? I hardly remember it because my brain cells are gone, but I can remember it. Now, listen, the only reason why you're up and ready to go is because of human growth hormone that you were making. See, you think that we weren't manipulated. Why do we stop making human growth hormone by the time we're 30 years old? Why? Why? Why do we age? Why do we have to pass on? I'll just leave that with you. We'll leave that alone for now. Anyways, so you make human growth hormone. The human growth hormone goes into your liver. Human growth hormone gets changed into IGF-1. That's what human growth hormone's for. But people will get human growth hormone injections, and I can tell you right now, my product here, it'll outshoot that 100 times. And the IGF-1 that we make, it actually isn't the same as what your liver made when you were younger and had all that energy. I do this probably 3 to 5 times a day. It says 3 times a day on the bottle. I also do about triple the dose because I got a lot of work to do. And I love it. I love it. So I do SON formula, SON formula, which is the best amino acid pattern product in the world for keeping your muscle and for strength. And then I use IGF-1 and I do a fair bit of it. Now the IGF-1, here's the deal. This IGF-1 was made illegal by the sports industry, professional sports industry.
They consider it doping.
Yeah, and guess why? Because when you would take this IGF-1, they couldn't tell you took it. And the reason why they tried to make it illegal is because Big Pharma was selling their illegal drugs that you're not supposed to take. Oh, this is so screwed up, the world. Seriously. IGF-1 will give you the stamina and energy that you had when you're in your 20s and you're in your prime, and I have it every day. And that's what it is. But it doesn't just do that. Guess what it does? It inhibits cancer cells. It excites brand new cells to be made. It helps to balance hormones. It totally brings your stress levels down. It regulates hormonal production like crazy. If you go and take a look at the information on my website. Okay? So, when you stop taking it, it stops working. You used to make it, you don't anymore. You take it, your body can't tell the difference, and he says, here's your youth and vitality back. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
It's not a drug, it's not a stimulant. When you take it, it's not like you took coffee, you just feel young again. Because you actually have the main ingredient that was what we would call young, youthful vitality. Guess what else? IGF-1 makes more collagen than any other product on the market. Did you know that?
And you
It
hold
makes
it
your
in your
body
mouth.
produce collagen, is that what it does?
What?
It makes your body produce it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what triggered it. That's why everything looks so good. That's why it looks, no, okay. I'm not a believer in colostrum. I'm not a believer in that. I'm not a disbeliever. It's not, if I don't have it, it's because that's not the road I travel. But you can travel that way. You don't need to take this with anything else. Okay? All right. Any other questions?
Colloidal silver?
Okay,
Nanosilver.
we don't have colloidal silver.
Well, there's something silver.
Yeah, it's called silver bullet, and it's nano form, okay? And with this silver, it is nano form, but also we actually charge it with 1,000 volts. Everything is about electricity. So we run this through 1,000 volts to bring the frequency up, okay? It's 30 parts per million, okay?
What does it do?
And it's structured water. Okay, it's main structured water. Well, first of all, silver creates an environment that no negative microorganism can live in. That's all.
It's like your natural antibiotic,
Yeah.
but only for the ones that you don't want.
Well, no. A natural antibiotic, what it does, it gets rid of the negative ones and feeds the
Healthy
positive
bacteria.
ones.
Yeah.
Because it's all environmental. Remember something. Environment dictates what lives in you. I don't have parasites. I don't have fungus. I don't have bad bacteria. And understand, 99 out of 100 people have worms. Not parasites. They have worms. 99 out of 100 people. That's not me. That's medical stats. And just know this. It's the worms that cause all the diseases. How many people here have a disease or some kind of dysfunction? You have worms. Now, you can do a worm cleanse and get rid of them, but guess what? They're going to be back the next day. Because the integrity of the tissue decides who lives there. You couldn't do enough parasite cleanses. This is why we tell you to do a perfect day consult and to have a coach. And if I could create a perfect day for you on an emotional and physical level, would you ever have worms? No. So you don't have to do a worm cleanse. You don't have to do a fungal cleanse. You don't have to do a bacterial cleanse. You don't have to do, oh God. You know what? It's like this. We have advanced water fast. And we say advanced water fast because you can't do a water fast today. If you do a water fast today, it's actually dangerous. I don't have the time to prove it, but it is. If you do an advanced water fast using our nutraceuticals, your fast will be, I don't know, anywhere we've calculate 800% to 1,000% more stem cell making, more energy for autophagy, which is eating up the things that shouldn't be in you. And guess what? You will get through it without a healing crisis, a water fast. That's what you want. You don't have to have a healing crisis if all the portals are open. If the vaginal portal's open, you know, if the rectal portal's open, if the sinuses are open, the skin pores are open. It's just being open. And also, what about therapeutic vomiting? How many of you said, I don't know why, I just feel sick to my stomach? You know what people always say? I got food poisoning. No, you poisoned yourself. Because not everybody got food poisoning from that food that night. You know why? It's because you swallow so much BS. You swallow it. Okay? Oh, my stomach's in knots, you know? Okay? All right? I can't stomach you. I can't stomach this. Why are you focusing on things like this? Anyway, so take a look at therapeutic vomiting. We don't have time to go. It's in the book. It's also, if you go to my library, it's in there, right? It's also in the Advanced Water Fasting Guide. Guess what? Everybody needs to do therapeutic vomiting because you need to purge a lot of the emotional issues in your stomach. You know why you can't digest properly anymore? Because you've been swallowing so much dysfunctional belief systems. Seriously. Okay, I'll do it, but I don't believe it. Okay. Huh?
Maybe just cancel it out by having the
Yeah. Anyways, also the silver. You can't drink too much of mine and turn blue. The only reason why people, you know, in Kelowna, when I had a clinic there, we had a couple that came in, made their own, and they went hog wild. Well, guess what? They are actually blue. They're blue. And then people go, oh my God, I can't do silver. I won't want to do it.
It's because the molecule's too big.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get it from ours. Yes, sir. Okay, cataracts for eye care. Just know this. Hardly anybody had cataracts years ago. It was very rare. It was like, oh my God, you know, a blue moon. Okay? What did you do for a living? You're on a computer a lot, eh?
Not back in those days. But recently, the last 10 years, I haven't really had
Well, the last 10 years you're on computers.
Yes.
When did the cataracts get diagnosed?
About a year ago.
I win. Okay, now, and I don't win anything. Trust me, that was just a joke. A poor one. A very poor joke. Okay, so here's the deal. Are you ready? Hope you're ready. So we can get alcoholics and sugar junkies to get cataracts. Did you get that? And we can get somebody who is an actual anxiety-ridden person over the top get cataracts. Does anybody know why you get cataracts? Because you get brain burn. Your brain is actually burning up. Okay, now let's get through this, and then if you go to my library and you look in the blue light 5G toxicity, I'll give you all the answers. Okay? And who's got their Teslas here? It's the first day I left without my Teslas this morning, which really dragged because I use them as sunglasses. Thank you so much. All right. You'll get them at the end of the day. All right. So, I feel like Elton John. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, look at the shirt. Okay. So now, want to hold those?
Yeah.
So here's the deal, and I want you to get this. You were highly acidic and dehydrated and very stressed out. Business guy. Okay? Just let me finish. I'm putting the story together, and it's a true one. He was too acidic. He did not invest into his health. He did not invest into detoxification, hydration, and proper pH, and nutrition. And you're all taught to do that. Not to do it. Not to do enough. Most of you will never do enough. Okay? But here's where it hits the fan. Did you know that they could have used, okay, light therapy on and frequency therapy on phones, computers, lights, okay, TVs. Here we go. Are you ready? So they picked blue light. Does anybody know that right now my eyes are burning? Can you grab my bag? And they are burning because I would wear my Tesla. I wear my Teslas all the time. I mean, from the moment I rise until the sun goes down. My black bag.
So you don't wear them at night if you're inside with lights or anything?
Yes, you do. You could. Well, here's the deal. What's inside? Only LED lighting. LED lighting is blue light. Why do they use LED lighting? Because it's cheaper? No. Because it lasts longer? No. Because guess what? It burns your brain. So understand something. You ready for this? Ready? 3 minutes on a computer causes, any time after 3 minutes on a computer is actually causing brain damage. Why don't you do some homework? Anybody want to know something? Blue light is worse than 5G, and it's destroying people faster. Anybody want to know something else? 10,000 teenagers every day are being diagnosed with cataracts right now. You think I'm kidding? Do some homework. 10,000. Oh, what do teenagers do now? They're on their phones all day. They're on computers. They're on their iPads. They're on their gaming station. Whether he believes it or not, if it wasn't for the last 10 years being on the computer. Now, are you trying to say, Daryl, that the last 10 years he was on the computer, that he got cataracts? No. I'm saying that he was very dehydrated and acidic and toxic, and it broke the camel's back. Now, how many people know this? And I want you to say it out loud after I say it. Your eyes do not see. Say it. My brain does. Light and frequency comes in, and if you look at the optic nerve, it looks like it's backwards. And what does it do? It slows down the light and the frequency so the brain can actually create the image of what you're seeing right now. Optometrists know nothing about this. Absolutely nothing. They're not there to heal you. Dentists aren't there to heal you. Doctors aren't there to heal you. They're there to numb it out. That's it. I didn't put them down, so let them come and get me. It's just ridiculous. They should wake up too, okay? And guess what? When you wake up, you realize that, guess what? Everybody's walking around dead. That's why it's called wake up, because you're at a wake. The world's dead in the head. And guess what? I didn't write that. It was the psycho elite that put all these words together because that was the deal they made. If they don't tell you what they're going to do to you, then they fry. But as long as they tell you and you go along with it, there's no savior coming for you. Well, you go ahead and believe that. Just go ahead with your little fairy tale. You know, one day you're just going to have to take massive personal action and loving care for yourself and hold the line. Okay, so now what happens is the blue light comes in and it's actually causing brain damage. So guess what happens? And this is real science. Go do the homework and look it up and see if I'm lying. Your brain creates the cataract. It says, listen, your eyesight's got to go because your brain can't go. Your brain, what is your brain, guys? Well, your brain is only as smart as your beliefs, but let's talk about what it is. Your brain is a computer. So whatever program that somebody shoved in there from 0 to 7, you're still running because you didn't do a whole life coach program. And I didn't say mine, but you better go do one. And you better go be serious about it because you're never turning it around. Oh, you might dim it down a little bit, but so now you have to create a film, a plastic film, crystalline film here to slow the blue light down so that you have a brain left that you can still think, walk, and talk. If he wants those cataracts gone, am I allowed to talk personally about you? I can get somebody with cataracts and I can give them, hold on here. I really wish I had somebody to just grab the stuff for me instead of playing hide and seek.
For natural
The
drops?
bright eyes, yeah.
I think she has some back here.
That's really great. Thank you. I appreciate you finding them. Okay, great. I appreciate that. Okay, so do you really want your eyes back?
I got the cataract operation done.
Yeah, I know, but guess what? Now he's got a foreign object in there. And now guess what he's not doing? He's not receiving the benefits of the sunlight. Okay, and the only way he can receive the benefits of the sunlight, did she take the glasses and leave?
No, she wanted to give her back to her.
I told you, they're mine. Okay, so here's what he would need to do. He needs to get on, okay, I would not detoxify him. I would not put him into a deep detoxification program because we need to build him up nutritionally. It takes energy to detoxify, and I don't like the toxins I see in him. I'm not picking on him, I'm telling him the truth. Let me tell you something. I'm a master at this. I can tell every one of you what I would do if I was in your shoes, and I'm not going to be wrong. We may have to tweak it because as the layers come off and as we're detoxifying, I'm going to have to make changes. Okay, let's increase this. Let's pull this back. You know, I am not like a lot of the other people out there that are going to give you 2 bags of supplements and say, good luck with that. Their instructions are on the bottle. Because all the instructions on my bottle are FDA instructions. They're not the right instructions. That's why we charge you $150 on my website for a lifetime of support. You don't need that. But you'll be asking questions all the time. And guess what? For the first few weeks, and then you'll nail this thing and you won't even need us. And then when you do, okay, I'll eat that. Okay, I'll drink that. You're going to know why, and you're going to know how to get back to where you were. Do you understand? And the reality is, we're always going to be there for you. Okay, until we're not here anymore. Right? Okay. You need to put the Fulvic eye drops in your eyes. And you need to do the Fulvic eye drops how often? How often? 6 to 12 times a day. Oh, big deal. So what? It's costing them pennies. Does anybody know that we're the only company in the world that have figured out how to do Fulvic in an eye? Go and put the other Fulvics in your eye and you'll scratch your eye. You'll never scratch your eye with this. These Fulvic drops will drop off. They'll drop off 60 to 70 micronutrients into his eye. Do you think his eye could use it? It'll also, the Fulvic will suck up the acid and suck up any heavy metals, and it'll suck up the inflammation. Did you get that? So, how many times a day when you do this will actually cause a negative effect and be dangerous for you? Do you know?
Never.
Thank you. Dr. Wolf, if I do too often, will I go blind? I am not allowed to make you go blind. I'm not a medical doctor. You think I'm kidding?
No.
I don't have a free ride. Even,
Oh, I was gonna say, nothing, you go ahead.
no, you go ahead. And next time, don't take my glasses and give them
Oh.
to somebody.
Give
You
them
don't,
back to
you
who
don't
they
do that.
belong to.
I said I'm keeping them for the day.
Okay, okay, fair enough. We don't have any lights on in here though.
God, you know, I used to like you.
What about the sun? You were saying we don't get the sun?
He's got a lens put in. It's not allowing it. The only thing that would allow it now is this. Why? Does anybody know what these are? These are Teslas. These got fluorine lenses. These fluorine lenses will take, if you wear these as sunglasses, it takes the sun and makes this, it gets rid of anything negative and it increases the healing from the sun.
Does that work for night driving?
Well, yeah, as long as it's not, like, I can see perfectly well, but I wouldn't do it in total darkness.
I do it in
I'm
the
talking
city.
about the glare from the lights of the cars.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I wear mine in the city driving for that
Yes.
reason. Maybe not when you're out on rural
Not
roads,
on the rural roads, but in here you could, yes.
Is the glare and the halo is
Oh, no, you're not going to get that.
Yeah.
So what this does is it takes the blue light. Okay, so just so you know, guys, they actually put frequencies in your computer you don't even know about to bring your health down. So understand something, what this is. All of this is not good. I will not even have a phone in a couple of years. I've made that promise to myself. I've done what I can. So, you know, when I came back, I started from scratch only 11 years ago. So everything you see, I created in 11 years. All the books, everything, the shows, everything in 11 years. That's what happens when you walk the path of the heart. You need to get this. I left for 8 years. When I left, my website was in the top 100,000 of all the websites in the world. I came back, I was at 0. They said, oh my God, now you got to go on all these different platforms. I went on when computers came. I never did anything. I just went on. And when they told me I had to do all this, I just crapped my pants and said, Lori, I don't think I'm coming back into the business. I'm not doing this. And then, you know, I had my tantrum, and then right? But I'll be honest with you, and that's this. Blue blockers don't work. You do know that, right? Putting the blue blocker on your screens, it doesn't work. These are the only ones that actually work. And you're actually taking the blue light right here, and you're not blocking it. You're taking the blue light, and we just took their negative and made it into a positive. It actually heals your whole body. Did you get that? It's science. It's sitting right there.
And they have them with the clip, so if you have prescription glasses, you can get the frames that come with the clip and get your prescription put in them.
Yeah, Lori has those. So she's got, she bought the glasses and then she just clips them on. Okay? So this here has C60 in it. You know the C60 we sell? Okay. Well, this has C60 built into it. You get it? Okay. So here's the deal. So for you, I need you to get the infinite iodine. Are you going to remember all this? Oh, your secretary. God, I want one of those. Okay. Okay.
25 pages since you started.
Really?
Not today. Not 2 days.
Between the last 3 days.
Wow.
You're a good note
You,
taker.
yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to charge you per page. Okay, so, where was I? Okay, so he needs to do infinite iodine. It's gonna burn a little bit. Don't worry about your lens. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to heal you. Okay? Nobody can do anything to that thing.
Iodine in his eye, is that what you're saying?
Infinite iodine. Let's make perfectly clear. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm not trying to be a smarty, but I am sarcastic. You notice that, right? But that's how I teach. Kind of piss you off a little bit, and then you get it, and you go, okay, maybe it's not that bad. Okay? So, who's the only company in the world that carries iodine that's non-toxic?
You.
Thank you. Okay, we got that straight. So it's called infinite iodine. He's going to put 1 drop in his eye, and he's going to do that 2 to 3 times a day. And as the days go by, it's not going to burn anymore. And that's because he's so acidic. He doesn't have a good diet. He doesn't have a good hydration plan. And he doesn't have a good nutritional plan. I'm not trying to pick on you. Okay? And if you do, you only got it yesterday. Okay. The reality is we need to bring his nutrition up. So I'm going to tell you what I would do if I was in his shoes. I would use the infinite iodine, 1 drop 3 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day. I would have the fulvic, and I'd carry it with me all the time. I'd be doing that 6 to 12 times a day. Why, guys? Because we're not talking about the average person. We're talking about a guy with a 20-foot hole with his eyesight and with his acidity levels and toxicity levels in his body. So if he's got a 20-foot hole, if I give him a 5-foot ladder, if he climbs it 4 times, is he out?
No.
Well, that's what most practitioners do, yes or no? I'm not going to do it. So he can say, well, he's just trying to sell me a bunch of product. Well, then he doesn't have to buy it. That's the truth. Go do what you want to do, and then maybe you want to do what we want to do. I'm going to tell you, we have integrity practitioners that come through our training. Because guess what? Nobody wants to come through our training unless they believe in unconditional love, because if you believe that's BS, because you have to sit there and listen to my BS about the unconditional love, because the nutritional part is woven through the whole 9 days. But guess what? It's not the biggest part, is it?
No, it's not the biggest part.
Yeah.
The emotional part is the key that unlocks the magic and potentiates even further everything over here will do.
How would you like to have somebody walk in the room and you feel them and you know exactly where they're at? So now you're not going to try to sell them or push them any which direction because you got it already. That's the biggest part of the training, isn't it? And how would that help with your relationships? Maybe you'd keep your mouth shut when you should. Maybe you'd open it when you can. Okay, so we're going to do the infinite iodine, 1 drop 3 times. I need to get through this, and so he's got this, okay? Because if I don't, he'll be after me. I won't even be able to go to the bathroom later. 1 drop 3 times a day in the eye. Okay, you ready for this? I'm going to give him a program that's going to change him. We're not messing around. We're not talking about big expense here, are we? Drops. Okay? The fulvic, you're going to do 1 drop in the eye 6 to 12 times a day. And you can't hurt himself. Can I say it again? Because he's probably not going to believe it. And then let's see if he really wants his eyesight back. Let's see if he really wants his brain back. Because most people don't like the pain, but guess what? And I'm not saying this about you. They really don't have a lot to live for. They lost their passion, they lost their purpose. It's not about you, it's just about the training. Okay. So we know he needs to wear Teslas if he doesn't want his eyes damaged anymore. Because guess what? His eyes are limping, yes or no? His brain is limping, yes or no? So guess what? A little bit of poison is a lot of poison. And you can't go anywhere. Look at this. This is a healing room. I'm not trying to pick on anyone. We missed the ball here. Okay? All right. So the next thing he needs to do is he needs to do what? We already know that he's got the eye problem because he's got brain damage. Okay? I didn't say he's mentally challenged. I said he's got brain damaged. You cannot have eye problems unless you're brain damaged. Nobody's going to fight me on this, except an optometrist who says I'm an eye doctor. Okay? Now, he needs to take 1 teaspoon for the next 3 months of C60 under his tongue. Hold it till it becomes water-like. And that's for, most people just do 1 teaspoon twice a day. Or maybe 1 teaspoon 3 times a day, depending on the hole you dug. He needs to do it 6 times a day. Okay, I can prove it to you, I still have them. I wear prescription glasses. Between the Tesla glasses, between everything I'm telling him, I went hardcore. I don't even wear readers. I got perfect eyesight. Okay, so now he's going to do that. He's also going to get a nebulizer. I would tell him to get a home nebulizer where you plug it in. It's about $125. I would also tell him, okay, I would also tell him to get a nebulizer for in the car. Every one of you needs a nebulizer in your life. A home You want a home nebulizer. You want a portable nebulizer. I just gave you $100,000 in therapy. If you want to compare it to anything else out there, and I gave it to you for what? Pennies a day. They don't want you to know this. Powder, it does okay. Liquid, it does better. But putting something into a gas, it goes everywhere. I don't care if you believe this or not. I've got people that don't have a lot of money, but I tell them, you nebulize like you're addicted to it, like you're a cocaine freak. Okay? Well, they get it then, right? And I'm talking about people in their 70s and 80s that have lung, they call it cancer. I call it stage 4 inflammation. And they don't have a lot of money. And in what? 3 months. Not all the time. I didn't say that. But every 1 to 2 months, we've got an elderly person with lung cancer that they can't find it. I don't care if you believe me. It doesn't matter. You don't know. I've been there. I travel this road all the time. So now, he's going to nebulize. When you start, if you've got lung problems, and does anybody know why you have lung problems? Because guess what? You fill up from the bottom up with your poisons. That means that your bowels are rotting. That means your liver's so clogged up, and that means he needs to do the ultimate coffee enema every day for 20 days. He needs to purge that large intestine. And when he sees and smells what comes out. And when you do the ultimate coffee enema, you don't do a coffee enema. Does anybody know why you don't just do a coffee enema?
Because you release the toxin.
All the heavy metals and all the chemicals and everything that... Okay, so everybody's got a car. They take it for a filter change at least 3 times a year. When's the last time you had your filter changed? Never. And if you want to do a liver cleanse by mouth, it doesn't cleanse the liver. Did you know that?
Doesn't open up stage 3 detox.
It does not. Never will. It's horse crap. I don't care what the practitioner says. And guess what? We just told you a cheap way to do it. A stainless steel enema bucket. We have them. And with our green enema coffee. And then black gold. And if you don't want to use black gold, you use Tummy Love. And why do you use the humic fulvic when you do it? Because guess what? When your liver dumps all of those toxins into your broken down colon. That's like a screen door in a submarine where it's going to go back into your bloodstream. The humic fulvic from the Tummy Love or the Black Gold sucks it all up.
Works like a vacuum.
Sucks it all up. And that's the difference. We go all the way with this. Poorly.
The other
Okay,
benefit
let me
is you
make
have
this
the
perfectly
nutrients.
clear. Charcoal can't even come near humic fulvic. Do your homework. Charcoal is cheap. Go ahead. This is not expensive, but humic fulvic gets rid of fungus, parasites, right? Heavy metals. If you do black gold, which we tell everyone to do a teaspoon twice a day in a blender drink, because you want the blender drink because you need the berries because they're high in antioxidants. You can throw a raw egg in there, right, to get your protein. Let me tell you something, guys. Does anybody, I'm off track for a second here, but does anybody know why they call it a slaughterhouse? Because we're slaughtering animals. Does anybody know why they told us that we have dominion over the animals and we could go around slaughtering them? Because it'd be easier to murder each other. There, I just thought I'd leave that with you. Okay, where were we? I'm telling you the God's truth. Don't you dare ever tell me that this is needed or necessary. You go ahead. You eat animal products every day. You know what? You all have choices to make. And I'm going to tell you something. There will be a reckoning. There will be a reckoning. And guess what? It's you that's getting reckoned. Wrecked. It's all in the words. It's all in the words. They have to tell you it's a slaughterhouse. Right? Not a meat house. So don't be a meathead. Yes. Yes.
I missed one thing. You said 1 teaspoon of something 6 times a day.
C60.
Can we get somebody to grab the products over here? Like, if I could actually have that, that's...
Would you, for cataracts, would you recommend any of the ionic calcium products?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So just throwing it out there.
First, we got to talk about the things that are really inexpensive because most people, they don't have a lot of value.
That's true. I had a gentleman that started using C6.
I know, but let's just leave it for a second. Let's just try to...
The low ones. I got it.
We got little ones here.
It doesn't matter. It
Explain
doesn't
the
matter.
difference between those two? And why would you use one over the other?
Okay, but we're off track. Can we finish with him and then I'll get right to it? Oh, no, but I'm already off track like most of the time. I was just in the slaughterhouse and now we're trying to help him. Okay. So here's the C60 Love. This is MCT C60. We buy the highest grade of MCT in the world. If you go and watch any of my videos, nobody makes MCT. We make MCT out of a 250 liter crystal glass bowl and a bunch of them. And we have a way to process this that nobody else does. I hope you know that a lot of the C60 comes from China, and ours does not. I hope you know that a lot of it is made from a little blender. I'm not making this up. We're the only ones that do the C60 like we do.
They're infused with frequencies.
Oh yeah, and it's infused with love frequency. There's a $10,000 headset speaker system that's putting in love frequencies into it for the 20 days that it's actually in the dark and being treated. Okay? All right?
So does it work just for like if you need readers? Is that
Hold on a second here. We will get to the C60 part. We're just going to try to deal with him. Okay? And the only reason why you need readers is you've got brain burn and you've got a liver that is totally plugged. Well, it doesn't matter. You don't have to believe it. People go, okay. No, but it's true. Let me tell you something. Okay, you take coffee this way and it lowers your frequency. Okay? 1 cup of coffee will lower your frequency for 3 days. Got it? Okay, and it'll bring it down by 8 megahertz. All right? You put coffee in the other end, and it'll bring it up by 50 megahertz. There's the difference. And we're using a special type of green coffee. All right. Now, so there's C60, and you're going to hold it long enough under the tongue. If you want to get a chair or something, because it's really great to have someone here.
Yeah, I can swap with you.
Good.
For it.
Whatever.
We can swap for a bit. Okay.
Okay. All right. The nebulizing, let's get back to that. So the nebulizing of the infinite iodine, can I see it? Just know this, that was hard. Just know this, the infinite iodine is the only pure iodine on the planet. Just know this, every human being in Calgary needs this every day. You don't make it. You don't have it. You have to live right close enough to the ocean you can feel the spray.
Comes in a small size.
Okay? All you need, are you ready for this? How many drops do you need of iodine a day, just for the average person?
5 twice.
5 twice a day.
Just do 1 10 drop. You don't have to do it twice a day.
Okay.
It's in you. You do 10 drops once. That's it. Okay? I don't know who said that.
What's in the eye?
No. 5 sprays. Yes. Okay? So you can do 5 sprays minimum, but doing 10 sprays a day, and it's not expensive. Now, that's iodine. Iodine will go in and disinfect. How many people know that iodine will bring a virus down and dismantle it? Not kill it, because it's dead already. I just got to say that, because it's just like... Anyways, it'll dismantle the virus in 15 seconds. That's every virus known. Did you get me? Every virus known. Okay?
So if you're spraying it twice a day, you're taking care of the front door, right? Twice a day. Or once a day.
Yeah. But now with you, what you're going to do is he would start off, because I believe that he's going to cough. I can do straight infinite iodine. I can do, well, I'll tell you the rest later. I can do straight infinite iodine and just breathe. No coughing. Nebulizing. Yeah, that's right. And you can get a portable nebulizer. I should have brought it to show you. And you get it on Amazon. Did you know this? I'll tell you what. I'm not a Target. 350 nebulizers. Okay, we ordered them. The best quality ones that we could get. And when we sold ours, we sold them for $43 and we bought them for $38. And we were giving people the best nebulizers they could get. Well, just know this, okay? Your friendly FDA told me that the next time they do that they'll shut down my website, and they threw out 350 nebulizers, but you can go on Amazon and get them. Does anybody know why? Because guess what? If you nebulize, if you nebulize with infinite iodine, and when you do it, you're going to start off, if your lungs are weaker, okay, and they're weaker. Why are they weaker? Because they have more mucus in them. Why do they have more mucus in them? Because they have more inflammation in them. Why do they have more inflammation in them? Because you have bowel problems and you have filled up with toxins from the bottom up, baby. That's why you got to get the cork out and do the ultimate coffee enema, and also take the daily cleansing tea and the black gold. And you do the daily cleansing tea and black gold twice a day. The daily cleansing tea, it's not laxative. We'll get to that in a bit, but you're going to need to do that. You need to do this hardcore for 3 to 6 months, and guess what? His whole life is going to change. But he cannot detoxify unless he wants to saturate himself with nutrition. Do you want to know something? This beautiful gentleman over here doesn't realize it, but he pushed himself all his life. He went without eating properly, without drinking when he needed to, without relaxing and giving himself a break. I'm telling you the truth. He can say no, but I'm telling you it's not the truth. So the reality is, guess what? Your body is a Visa card. And all he was doing was spending, and he didn't make any payments. Now, if he says to me, I want to be healthy, well, then we have to go and make a lot of payments here. So we're going to have to what? Front end load you with high vibrational nutraceuticals, or you can kiss your ass goodbye. And see, and then people will go, and you know why I talk like this? Don't go to Dr. Wolf, he just tried to sell you products. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Your food's toxic, there's no nutrition left in it, and then you expect to be healthy. The reality is, if you're not going to buy into my stuff, go buy into someone else's, but make sure, because guess what? You can read on the bottle the exact same ingredients as mine, and it's not going to be the same product. Let me tell you something. There is no regulations except regulations against me. Let's make that perfectly clear. And guess what? Does anybody know? Guess what? They're coming for the products again in Canada. They did it 20 years ago. They're coming hardcore right now. But guess what? I have a fulfillment center in Mexico. I have a fulfillment center in Texas. Everything's about strategy, guys. Instead of being scared and saying, let's wait and see, we have to outthink these guys. They think it's fun. They think they're so smart. They think that we're a joke. Why do you think the first 3 letters in funeral is fun? You think I'm kidding? You think I'm kidding? When they wrote the English language, they did it because they had to put all the clues in there. You having fun yet? Okay. So anyways, you're going to take 1 part of infinite iodine. You're going to take 3 parts of distilled water and structure it if you have a structure unit. The structuring of the water is going to help the infinite iodine go like this. Right in. If you don't want to do it, fine. I wasn't trying to sell you one. Okay. So you want to work eventually that it's straight infinite iodine. Because then guess what? Oh my God, my lungs are healing. Now what if he starts breathing in infinite iodine? Well, does anybody know that the sinus cavity goes behind the eyeballs? Does anybody know that it goes into the ear cavity? Does anybody know it goes into the lungs? Does anybody know it goes into the bloodstream? Oh my God, could we disinfect the whole body by doing nebulizing? And this is why they want, this is why I'm a target. I'm telling you the God's truth. Nobody does this work. Go ahead and find out who. You can't nebulize iodine because it's toxic. No, it's not. I'm telling you who should be nebulizing. Your babies, your children, your teenagers, everybody.
Pregnant.
Oh God, pregnant women. If a woman does not take iodine through her pregnancy, she just lowered the mentality of the baby. That's it. It's science. Go look it up.
So how does that affect people that use sleep apnea machines?
Sleep apnea machines are for people that did no research. Sleep apnea machines are people that watch too much TV. Sleep apnea machines are people that bought into the medical system. There's no way. I could have you off a sleep apnea machine in 3 to 6 weeks. Sleep apnea machine is somebody who eats an inflammatory diet and does no bowel or liver cleansing. Thank you, we're done.
So what's the...
And I'm not trying... Do you see how much you're learning today? And
it
okay,
exasperates
so
the
please
problem, too.
and please do not think, oh my God, he's arrogant. I just made my fact, didn't I? You know what I just said? Don't let your subconscious try to dink me around. We haven't got time. Let's just get to it. Right?
So the same ingredients you mentioned before, the other gentleman, you're suggesting that for...
I'm going to tell you that if you were to do what he's doing, you just don't have to front end load as hard as he does. Everything that he's doing, if you were doing it, you would call me up and say, oh my God, this is a miracle. And I'd say, no, it's not. You're disinfecting and giving your body what it's supposed to have. But see, if you look, he's tired, he's exhausted, he's not in a good way. There's not good times coming for him. I am not picking on him. I am telling him the truth and he knows it. You know, when I tell somebody something and they don't want to hear the truth, they get upset. I don't blame them. And they're allowed to yell at me, hate me, whatever. But guess what? You want the truth? I'm telling you, he should be getting a consult. If you want to bring your secretary online with me, we'll go live this week. You can stay here. I'll be in Kelowna. And I will give you a consult free. I charge $400 an hour. You will have it free. And the reason why you'll have it free is because I'm not going to pick on you on there. Okay? All right? Okay? I think I've had my share. So the reality is the reason why I do consults free is because guess what? There are people out there that can't afford it, people that don't believe it. I would bring him on again in 6 weeks to 3 months, and he'd say, I don't wake up fearful anymore. I love my life. But you have to do what I ask you. You guys have to understand something. I'm so popular that if I just wanted to make money, I could. I'm not dumb. It's not about the money anymore. None of it is. It's about the clothes. And I steal those.
Because you get them on sale.
Yeah. Okay. All right, where were we? So now I would have him do the iodine today, and then I would have him do the silver and the bright eyes. Where's that? It got smaller.
Yeah, you borrowed some.
Do you see that? You see that? As you get older, you get shrinkage.
I've got all 3 sizes.
You have all 3 sizes. Wow, no shrinkage with her.
Nope.
Just pick what you like. Small, medium, or large. I'm Lorraine.
I got your back.
Well, how are you still single? There's a lot of options
There's a
there.
good question.
Okay, so you take 50% of the silver bullet, and then you take 50% of the fulvic, and you mix them. And today we'll do the infinite iodine. Tomorrow we'll do this. Why? Why? Because we're hitting it on all frequencies. So this is what we do with people who have stage 4 inflammation in their body. We do this with people who have brain damage. People who have sinus problems. We do this with people who have leukemia. We do this with people who have anything. Do you think that maybe cleansing the lungs and the blood might be a good deal? How's that for cheap chelation? Okay. All right. But you need to do the diet, and you need a wholesome diet. Okay? Like there's some of you here that I would want to put you on a perfect day diet. Some of you I'd want to put you on a juice fast, and some of you I'd want to put you right away on an advanced water fast. And there's a reason for all of it, right? And guess what? We got this down, baby. We got it dialed in. Him, I want to give him the most nutritional diet and to build him up, because we need to build his energy up. Remember, if I have lots of energy and I'm stable, we can go in and bring down the thunder. Let's go in and do a nice natural detoxification process and build up his strength where he gets up in the morning going, you know what? I don't feel unstable today. I want to bring back his I'm a rock. And then we'll go in and then we will just pull it out. But we could do so when you start the ultimate coffee enema, you're not going to do 2 if you're totally exhausted. So you'll do 1 a day. Because understand something, we are going to be releasing, okay, I need you to say this out loud. With every physical toxin that comes out, behind it comes emotional toxins. Get that in your head. People will come in and they'll go, I'm in a hurry. I just want to get it done. I just heard about you. I want to do it all. I want to do it. And guess what? That person has a subconscious that says, make me jump 3 steps so that I fall, because the subconscious just sucker punched them because it doesn't want them to change. Your subconscious is only as smart as your beliefs and as dumb as your beliefs. Healthy as your beliefs, unhealthy as beliefs. Poor as your belief or rich as your beliefs. You know, people that are poor, please don't get me wrong. For the most percentage, have never had any value. And if you give somebody who doesn't have any value a lot of money, they'll waste it. When I was younger, and I opened up my clinic, I opened up a colon therapy clinic along with everything else I'm doing, but you don't need colonics. Colonics are only for severe situations. I didn't know that then. But when I opened it up, I actually attracted this huge guru. And then he brought all his people in. Well, I just made I was making so much money, it was like crazy. And I wasted it. Because I didn't have the value for the money I was making. When you don't have value, you're poor. And if you do happen to fall into a bucket of money, you waste it. I'll admit it. Okay, so there's lots I would want to do with him. You know? Are you a friend, partner? Friends. Okay. All right. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
She's got worse eye problems than I do. What you're saying.
Well, you have to understand something. Everybody's got bad eye problems. Okay, you can't drive through the city without LED lighting up everything. You got to understand, this is the takedown, guys. Buy Teslas or fry. Right, my eyes are like, because I didn't wear them on the way down here. You can wear, okay, how many people here get that slight headache and tension? They feel it in their shoulders, their neck. Lend people the glasses. You put the glasses on, it instantly comes down. We are light energy beings, and you're taking in blue light, which is more toxic than 5G. And by the way, guys, think about it. You have no power. 5G gives you a 15-second download on your movie, nothing else. And that's why we have it. And they have to have a 5G tower, and they're all over the place in Calgary, if you don't notice it. And they all have to be in eyesight. Like, you have to be able to see. 4G is not a weapon. And 4G, it can go for 50 miles. 5G cannot hit a tree or a building. It has to be in eyesight. Don't ask yourself where you think you should live, because you shouldn't live here. You shouldn't live here. And if you're going to live here, you better get your game on, because you are being fried 24/7. Okay? All right? I'm telling you right now, when I landed here, I had a headache for the first 4 days. And I live good. And it's 5G. It is so bad here. They're frying everybody. I mean, Kelowna, I'm just like, oh my God, because that's the 5G city of Canada, right? So Daryl, drink lots of water, do lots of juices, do lots of Black Diamond, do lots of Ormus minerals. I'll have my glasses on all the time when I'm there. Like, if you haven't seen them, they're here around me all the time. But today I forgot them because, I'm sitting out in the sun in the room. There's a sunroom, and I'm just picturing being home. And then I go, holy crap, I got 20 minutes to have a shower and get out of here.
That's why you phone me when you're in the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't say that.
Yeah. No. I'm kidding.
I just want to ask whether those Tesla glasses can be put over glasses.
Yes. So here, can I say something?
Transitions in them.
No, you can do it. You can put them right over top. And there's ones with bigger lenses that people buy to put them over top.
I'll
Or,
grab mine.
guess what? If you've got a smaller face, people will buy the kids' glasses because they're really, you can't damage them very easy. And with the kids' glasses, they'll put them underneath the glasses and wear them. Do you have kids? Here's kids' glasses. And they're great, aren't they, Rose? Do you wear yours under yours? Yeah, see? Look at this. These are the kids' glasses. And they're the same Tesla lenses. Do you want to try them? Do you want to try? Is it okay if I let people try yours? Okay. Oh, but just make sure that you don't give them to that lady there.
And also the windows, you can now get new windows for your house and it has this UV filter in it. Oh yeah. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah.
So these are the Teslas that I have, and
Not a good thing.
Well, no, it's a waste of money. I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. It's just not. It's not going to. Doesn't have health benefits. No. Okay, can I say something? Buy the Teslas. You've got the biggest breakthrough So why would you need the other?
Well, unfortunately, I already ordered them, so I'm trying to take 7.
Well, there you go. Then tell yourself that it's going to make the world a difference.
Well, I know that it stops things from getting damaged by UV, but
Okay, please. They'll make anything and sell anything. Okay? All right? You got to understand something. Anything commercial is going to make the sun look bad. Without it, we wouldn't be here. The sun is a hydrogen ball. Hydrogen is the fuel. It's the smallest molecule, and it keeps us alive. Keeps the world alive. Okay? Teslas are all you needed.
Just to transition to set things up to come back because it's 10 after 3 now.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time. Okay, so we're gonna be taking a break in a couple minutes. We can't get through all the products, so I'm just gonna make it fairly quick. It is on. Could make it louder. Can you make it louder? Because I have to speak over all these people that won't stop talking. Testing. Okay, so we mentioned about the Merigen. Merigen is called calcium ion therapy. These are all the different ones. This is Merigen, okay? No, let's not, 1 second. No, it's okay. This is Merigen. Now you've got to go to my library and watch this, guys. What is the only calcium product that actually works on the planet? Now you're going to find other people are going to say, "Oh, I've got ionic calcium." No, it absorbs in the stomach, but it doesn't go in the cells. It's the only one that goes in the cells. It's actually invisible and it's in liquid, and it will do over 120,000 different hormonal chemical processes in the body. Whether you want to believe this or not, you can go on and I can show you hundreds of thousands of people that had stage 4 inflammation. They call it the big C, and this is what they used. Okay? All right? Now, this one here is for brain problems. Alzagen, Alzheimer's, dementia, things of that nature. This one here is called Dentagen. Believe it or not, you can get a tooth pulled out, and if you were to take this 3 times a day, if you added the Merigen, it'd be quicker, but if you took that 3 times a day, that pocket where they say they want to do bone grafting is filled in 4 weeks to 6 weeks. Okay? All of these products will go in and grab the calcium you lost out of your bones that's in your body and bring it back into your bones. Did you hear me? We have people that have been on Fosamax and for years, and their bones are crumbling, and they're in their 80s. They'll go and do Merigen 3 times a day, and in 9 months to a year, they've got perfect bones. Did you hear me? Now, whether you believe it or not, the FDA and the government have been trying to close these people down forever. It costs them millions of dollars every year to stay open. Okay? Okay. Cardigan joints. It's for the joints. All right? Megagen for somebody who's completely healthy and they want to take this twice a day. You'll never have osteopenia, osteoporosis, and understand something. Calcium ions are what? They are the master controller of everything in the human body. And does everybody know something? You stop making calcium ions after the age of 40. It goes way down. So keep telling me they never manipulated our body. Just keep on telling me that, okay? I just want to hear that. I want to hear it over and over again, okay? All right? Ozo Jr., under 12. Now, whether you believe this or not, did anybody ever watch my shows and see a woman named Rami?
Yes.
Okay, well, guess what? Rami's boy, who's 13, was the shortest in the whole class. You're not going to believe this one. We put him on Merigen. She put him on Merigen 3 times a day. It wasn't a full dosage because it could go by weight. Right. You're going to go, this is not true. He grew 6 inches in 4 months. And what it did was the calcium ions turned on something that was blocking his growth. Also, his teeth, ready, were growing up into his face. It was going to take, they said it was going to take 5 surgeries. So guess what, after 4 months? Well, anyways, they're all straight and they're down now, because that was a year ago. But after 4 months, they had already come down by 30%. They've moved down. You understand? It's information communication. Okay? Everything's about communication. Okay. How many people really understand chronic cancer? Okay. So let's understand this. So here's what happens. If you don't have enough oxygen in your body to get to the cells, oh, by the way, what happens to the cells? Well, you know how you freak out all the time over nothing because you want to show people that you really care? That's what you do. You freak out because you want to show the rest of the freaks that you care. Yes or no? You freak out to the level of the other freakouts. And if you didn't, they'd say you didn't care. So when I go to a family thing and everybody's freaking out, and I don't, they don't do it anymore, but they used to, why don't you care anymore? Well, I don't care. I care more about myself. I'm not going to freak out. Somebody's got to clean up the mess after you guys create it. Every time you freak out, you pull calcium ions. You pull calcium out of your bones. You do know that, to make calcium ions. So where do you think the calcium goes? In your body. So what do you think the worst part of that? Does everybody know that there is no disease without mitochondrial disease? Mitochondrial dysfunction. Your mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cells. Guess what? A 75 kilogram man has to make 85 kilograms of ATP a day. Did you get that? Okay, here's the deal. Anybody that has a chronic illness, the mitochondria, if you're healthy, spin 2,500 times per second. Try to spin that many times per second. That's how you make your ATP. Now, if you've got a chronic illness, you're only spinning 300. You're not making enough ATP to get out of bed. And that's why you're giving up. If they can stress you out enough and give you enough inflammatory foods, inflammatory thoughts, you will calcify the mitochondria and you will shut your own life down. When you take this product, it will the Cellsonic actually will crack the calcium bond around the mitochondria. Did you hear what I just said? So they say I'm dangerous. That's what those are their words. I'm dangerous to the public. Yeah, I am. Okay. So anyway, so now when you take this product, I went too fast. So when you get a cell that becomes, they call cancerous, I call stage 4 inflammation, what does it live off of? Lactic acid and sugar. Lactic acid is the byproduct of somebody that's stressing out all the time, yes or no? So we got lots of it. That's why I decided to make it the food. And the sugar, come on. You don't get cancer because you don't do sugar. All right? There might be some people, but you know, it's very rare. So the lactic acid and the sugar becomes the food, right? Are you ready for this? So when they made Merigen, you can go back 100 years and you can go into PubMed if you don't believe me. 100 years ago, they said if anybody could make a calcium ion, these were scientists and doctors. There's all kinds of studies in there to prove it. What I'm saying is true. If we could come up and somebody could make a calcium ion, which is an invisible molecule, and put it into liquid and we could drink it, we could heal the world. Like it or lump it. And it's very expensive to make. I know how they do it, the tooling. Now here, let me go one step further and this will blow your mind. The same scientist that made this, and when he did make this, he blew himself up and he was in the hospital for 4 months in his lab. He didn't even realize what he was making. Now, you see this? This is called AIC. You're going to see it in my book. Download my book, you'll get more information. It's called in there. It's called stealth glucose. That's what the SG stands for. Are you ready for this? He took an invisible molecule. This here's the strongest. Merigen, okay, is way beyond the strength of all of these. And this is used for stage 3, 4 patients, even stage 1, 2. Anybody that, I do this twice a day. Why? Because I light my body up. What?
Preventative? Just preventative?
No, because I just want a real good time the whole time I'm here. I'll never have a fracture. And I told you that calcium ions, they are the master communicator of the human body. And guess what? You're not making them after 40. Did you get that? That's why you want to exercise, so you're making some. Yes?
How does that work with arthritis?
Well, arthritis is, there's no such thing. Arthritis is inflammation of the joint. And if you have inflammation of the joint long enough, it dehydrates the cartilage, and now it's beef jerky. And if you have arthritis anywhere, I can go, if it's a joint, I can have it out of there in 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Do you understand? It's all just the fibers dehydrated together. We got to finish this up. This is the last product I can talk about. I am going to be on, if you haven't put your name on, Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, your time. And everybody's going to get the link. And we're going to go through the products more. And last night I really had to think on it, meditate on it. But I'm going to do it every Wednesday night. Because I really should have started it a long time ago. And I just don't want to come online and do it. Because they actually take clips of my videos and then they splice them together. I'm not kidding. So yeah, so this is even enough for me today. So if you come on to my link on Zoom, then you opted in, and then then I'm allowed to lie and steal your money. Okay, now, so the Merigen is the strongest one of these, but guess what? This is 10 times stronger than this. And you ready for this? Okay, are you ready for this? If I take in maple syrup or honey, and it's not pasteurized honey, guess what? People go, oh, I don't want to do carrot juice, it's got sugar in it. I don't want to eat fruit because it's got sugar in it, and I've got stage 3 or 4 inflammation. I go, it doesn't harm it. It doesn't harm it at all. You want it. You want all the berries you can get. That's a lie. Because guess what? All nature's sugar, you might want to write this down because this is a fun one, have a left spin. They will not spin into a cancer cell. They spin into only healthy cells. That's science, thank you. Every processed sugar has a right spin. It goes directly to a cancer cell. If it's there first. It's the first one who gets it. Now, but I'm not going to tell somebody to do a lot of maple syrup or a lot of honey if they've got some kind of inflammation in their body, because it throws their blood sugar off, right? Ooh, like you could do a lot of honey and it just makes you oozy, right? Because you don't want to put even natural honey too much into your blood. You could eat enough honey and give yourself adult onset diabetes if you just thumped yourself. So I want to make everything clear. I know what I'm talking about. I don't mind being tested by anybody. But make sure you do your homework before you come to get me just because your information is the majority's, when the majority is actually absolutely wrong about most things. Well, why would they be so sick if they weren't? Okay, so now here we go. Do you know what this guy did? This is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. He took a sugar molecule and wrapped it with invisible calcium ions. Did you just get what I said? So what happens is, guess what? Oh no, sorry. He took, it's the other way around. So take a look at a Smartie. You know that hard coating? That's the sugar. The chocolate, he 10 times it from Merigen, the concentration of the ions. So it's got a sugar coating. So as soon as it comes in, the cancer cell goes and takes it. By the time it gets into the cell, into the mitochondria, the only thing that's left is the calcium ions, 10 times concentrate to the Merigen. Guess what happens? It has to do two things in its science. Are you ready? It has to die, or it has to convert back into a normal cell. Brilliant. So the only thing we have to make sure is that we do have to pull people back, don't we? So we can put them on the dosage, but then we have to pull them back because guess what? Their liver's too clogged, their colon's too clogged, their skin's too clogged, their lymph system's not going enough. So we got to watch out for the die-off. We're not gonna put them into a critical situation of life and death. That's not what I'm talking about. That's the only side effect. Are you getting this? Okay. All right. Welcome to the world of real science and real healing. Okay? And whether you believe this or not, if I took the time here, I'd be saying this. I'm the only one who carries it, or it's the highest vibration. Do you know what people do? They seek me out. I have a product that nobody has, and it is a real breakthrough, Daryl, where you carry it. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People come to me with about 5 to 6 products a week. But we don't need to carry anything else. It would have to be one amazing breakthrough. I'm going to say one thing, and then we're going to take a 2-minute break. Here it is. Our Ormus Minerals, Beyond Ormus Minerals, everyone should have. Our Black Diamond, everybody should take. Our daily cleansing tea, you can take. Okay, let me just slow down. Ormus Minerals come from the Antarctic, and then we do an Ormus procedure on them. Our Ormus Minerals are the strongest, most powerful electrolyte you'll ever take in. You'll feel your brain buzzing. You know, you take 40 drops, I do 80 a day, you do 80, you'll buzz. You'll feel your brain buzzing. It's what brings life back. The daily cleansing tea, we have no stimulants, no laxatives, it's in the purple bag. If you took daily cleansing tea and nothing else, and then black gold, 1 teaspoon twice a day with a blender drink, and daily cleansing tea twice a day, you'd get rid of 85% of your problems. Because it's all about the large intestine. And the black gold helps to reinstate mother's good bacteria. How many people buy good bacteria? You're wasting your money. You're throwing a good bacteria that is an alien on top of the manure pile. It'll calm it down. It'll calm it down. But just remember something. Humic fulvic is what restores the good bacteria in the soil. Humic fulvic is what restores the good bacteria in your large intestine, and that good bacteria in your intestine is 85% of your immune system. And why is it the only organ, that the medical system ignores? And you can walk in and you can look like you swallowed the biggest beach ball because you are rotting inside and farting within your body. That's why you're that big. And those people that your guts are hanging down over your belt, that's your large intestine dying and falling out of you. And why don't they say anything? Because they're programmed, they're not told not to say anything, they're not taught to say anything. The large intestine is the Holy Grail. I know what I'm talking about, and nobody's going to shut me up. We'll take a 2-minute break. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back.